Today, we're going to get right inside the head of this service consumer. We're breaking down the 6 essential building blocks that explain why they choose you or, why they choose the other guy. So what is it really? Is it just the price? The quality? Maybe a super clever ad you saw? Well, it's actually a lot deeper than that. The real answer is buried in a combination of factors happening inside your customer's mind long before they even think about making a purchase.
And listen, this isn't just some nice-to-know piece of trivia. No, this is the absolute key if you want to succeed in the service industry. If you don't grasp this one fundamental idea, you're pretty much just guessing, completely flying blind.
And this says it all, doesn't it? It's the core idea stated simply and powerfully. It comes straight from the source material, and it really sets the stage for everything we're about to cover. To put it simply, if you want to win in services, you have to master consumer behavior.
Okay, so what even is consumer behavior? Well, think of it as this fascinating, complex mix of 6 core things. We've got perception, learning, attitudes, motivation, behavior, and decision-making. These are our 6 building blocks, and we're going to unpack them pair by pair.
Let's start with the first 2, perception and learning. The easiest way to think about these is as the inputs. It's all about how a consumer takes in and processes information about the world, and especially about your service.
Perception is that initial spark, that first impression. It's what they see, what they hear, that first gut reaction. Learning, on the other hand, is what comes next. It's the whole process of taking that new information and letting it reshape how they think and what they do in the future.
And this is just so crucial.
It honestly doesn't matter what you think your service is. The only thing that matters is how your customer perceives it. Their perception, whether it's right or wrong, is the only reality that actually influences their choices. Think about walking into a minimalist, super clean coffee shop versus a cluttered one. One just feels like quality and calm. The other feels like chaos. That's perception at work. So if perception is that first snapshot, then learning is kind of like the ongoing movie. It's how a customer's view of you evolves. A great experience teaches them that you're reliable. A confusing website teaches them that your brand is a hassle to deal with. This process is constantly updating their reality with every single interaction. All right, on to our next pair, attitudes and motivation. Now we're shifting gears a bit. We're moving from the cognitive, the thinking part, to the emotional. These are the internal forces, the feelings, and the wants that actually push a consumer to do something. So what's the difference? Well, an attitude is a settled way of thinking or feeling about something. It's their baseline evaluation. Motivation, though, that's the active energy. That's the internal drive that says, I have a need and I'm going to satisfy it. Think of attitudes as preloaded software. A consumer might already have a positive attitude toward eco-friendly brands, or a really negative one towards companies with bad customer service. This shapes their initial reaction before they even consider a specific purchase. It's a powerful and often totally invisible filter.
And if attitude is the software, then motivation is the engine that makes the whole car go. It's the why behind the action. A customer might be motivated by a need for convenience, a desire for luxury, or just good old fear of missing out. Understanding that specific why is how you connect what you offer to their deepest drives.
Which brings us to our final pair, behavior and decision-making. After all the seeing, learning, feeling, and wanting, what actually happens? These are the observable outputs, the end results of all those internal processes we've just been talking about. And the order here is really important. Decision-making is the internal process, the weighing of options. Should I do A, B, or C? Behavior is the final physical action that follows, like actually walking into store A to buy the thing. One's the thought, the other's the deed. So you can see this really clear path to action. It starts with the motivation, I'm hungry. Then the decision-making kicks in. Pizza or tacos? This place or that one? And it ends with the final behavior. You're placing an order for pizza. Simple as that. All right, so we've looked at all the pieces in their neat little pairs. Now let's zoom out and assemble the complete picture. Let's see how these 6 building blocks come together to create the entire structure of consumer behavior. So here they are, all together, the 6 pillars: perception, learning, attitudes, motivation, behavior, and decision-making. You can bet that every single choice a customer makes is influenced by some combination of these powerful forces.
And this is probably the most important takeaway of all. Don't think of these as 6 separate boxes. They're not. They are a dynamic, interconnected system. A new perception can change what someone learns, which then shifts their attitude, which creates a new motivation, leading to a different decision and a new behavior. It is all connected.
So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. Now that you see the whole system, which one of these building blocks are you or your business paying the least attention to? Is it perception? Maybe motivation? Thinking about that might just reveal your biggest opportunity.